Hello there. Today we're going to create a mini album. Let me start off by telling you that I do have a cold and I will be coughing and I will be sniffling. Please don't feel a need to leave a comment down below. I'm aware of it. I already know it. I'm recovering from a cold and it's just the way that it is. I really want to make this video, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. We're going to create a mini album from an envelope, and the really great thing about this is that you can use any size envelope you want. You can even create your own envelopes. They just have to be the same size, and you can create this mini album in any size that you'd like, and I'm going to show you how. So we're going to start off with the one that I'm creating, which is these little square envelopes, and they are from Hobby Lobby. They are 3.125 by 3.125. They're perfect little square envelopes. To make this, what you're going to do, for each page that you want to make, you're going to need 3 envelopes. Okay? So I'm going to take the first 2 and I'm going to put adhesive right over the actual strip. I don't want to use the strip that's there because I don't think it'll be sturdy enough. Then I'm going to take the third envelope, and also you can use wet adhesive or dry adhesive, whichever you prefer. I prefer more of an instant, but that does make it a little bit harder as well to get it onto the flaps the right way the first time. So what I do is I just kind of open up my envelope and kind of put a little gap in it like that, and then I just slip it down over the 2 flaps, then seal it up. Once you've done that, then when you open it up, you're going to have this one flap that's not attached to anything. So I'm just going to put the adhesive on the adhesive side of it and then close my book. It's important that you put it together by closing it instead of bringing the flap over to it, because then your book might not close correctly, and you want it to close. Once you've done that, then you're going to go ahead and trim off these edges so that they open. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little trim. You just want to trim enough just to open them up so that you have the pockets on there. Okay, so then that is your page. That's it. Isn't that easy? It's so easy to create a page. One thing to pay attention to is when you come to this page, as you're putting on papers, when you come to this page where you have the envelope openings, you don't want to put adhesive on the pattern paper over those openings, or you will interfere with your pocket. See how you can see my finger? So you just put the adhesive on the paper, or on the envelopes. And I'll show you that in a minute when we adhere that one. But first I'm going to show you I'm going to show you how this works with some other envelopes. So let's see here. I've got some really large envelopes here. And I've got 3 that are the same size. That's all you need to do is have 3 for each page that are all the same size. And then you're going to open it up. You're going to put your 2 flaps together, put your adhesive on. It's much easier if you put the adhesive on before you put them together. But I don't want to stick these together because I'm not going to use this one. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So put your adhesive on and then slide your third envelope over the 2 flaps of the other 2, and then close it up, and now you can see that you've got a great little book with 3 pages, and they all have pockets because they're envelopes. Okay, you can also do that with, let's see, I've got some teeny tiny ones here that I put together. I opened them up. You can see they're nice little pockets. And another little pocket. And on the back side of them, they're going to have a flap, an opening, and this is going to be what you attach to your spine. And I'll show you that in a minute too. Anyways, let's see if we can do it with one more set of envelopes. Let's do it with these long business envelopes. Just to show you, you can do it with any size envelope. Okay, so I'm going to take the two flaps, open them up, put it together, and then on the third one, I take this and I fold the flap backwards. Okay, I apply adhesive to the strips, to the adhesive strip, and then I'm just going to slide this down over both of the flaps. There we go. And a little tiny tip, if you have issues getting them over the flap, like this one didn't want to go all the way down over the flap, you may need to just trim a little bit off the side. But if I open it up and I pounce it like that, you can see now it lined up. When I was just doing it the other way, they didn't line up. But now we've got, we would adhere that down. We've got a lovely tall book. Okay, so like I said, you can do this with any size envelope. You can even create your own envelopes to be any size that you want. I've got some little ones here. You can do it with that size. You can do it with any size envelope that you want, okay? Once you have put the pages together, then all you have to do is decorate them. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. I've already pre-cut my paper, and I am using a 6x6 paper pad. It's an old one, I'm assuming, because it was at Tuesday Mornings. It's from Crate Paper. It's called Wonder. So if you're wondering, that's what I'm using. And all I'm going to do is stick these all down. I'm going to open them up. This guy is going to attach there. And then we're going to put this guy on the next page. He's going to go right there. And then we're going to open up to this page. Now this is where you have to pay attention because these are open. We don't want to adhere them closed. So I'm going to take these two. I'm going to put my adhesive there for that part. And then I'm going to go around. I can do it this way because this is a square. I just missed one side. And then we adhere that down. And then same thing for this side. I'm going to put the adhesive on the envelope there. And then one side I missed it on purpose. And then we just stick that down, and then your pocket will still work like it's supposed to. Okay, and then we're going to put the last cover on, or the last page. And that attaches just like that. Then I have pre-cut some tags. One thing to keep in mind is that in the middle here, this middle one is going to be where you attach it to your book. So what's going to happen is that it's going to create a smaller pocket. So I made my tag a little bit smaller here. And then the other two tags are bigger because they're not interfered. They don't interfere with the tabs at all. So I'm just sticking my tags in there, and then there we go. Now we've got 3 pages all ready to be put into our book. I've already created the book. This is the book. I've already covered it because I've done this. I've made books a lot, so I'm sure that you guys already know how to cover them. So I've covered mine and decorated the cover a little bit already. I put my hinges in there and stuck the adhesive in so you didn't have to watch that part. And then I'm just going to pull that up. And then all that's going to happen is I just take this and I slide it right into the pocket, and then I lay it down and I press it on there, and then I can turn the page really well. I have this one here I created as a card, which flips out. You don't have to do that. You can create them all as just little tags. And then I should put a thumb hole in there so that we know that there's something in there. But then you can also create a tag and just stick it into the pocket all the way, and it doesn't have to come out if you don't want it to. Okay, let's go ahead and put the rest of the pages in. I'm just taking the sticky backs off that I've already put on there, and then I'm just going to slip this guy on there, lay it down, and press. And then we're going to do it one more time here. We've just got one more page. You can do as many pages as you want. I chose to do 3. And then I'm just going to close it. And there we go. Now we've got a really great little book. You can see it's nice and full. There's lots of pages. We can still have room. There's lots of room still to include our pictures. And I do need to cover the insides. But there's lots of room. And each page has a pocket in it. And then there's room on each page also for a picture there. And then we've got a card which you can pull out, or you can just leave it as a flap if you want to. There we go. And then we've got another pocket there. Then you turn the page, there's a pocket there, another card. Then we've got, and then this one has the card in it as well. It's just, there we go. And then there we go. And then I might put a pocket on the back side. I don't know yet for sure. But I did seal it with some seam binding because I wanted it to be able to close well. Because you can see it just kind of pops open. And you don't want that. So we've got a lovely little book. Covered the front and the back. And then I just put the piece of pattern paper underneath, and then I also put a little bit popped up. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is included in the paper pad was, whoops, a little sheet like this, which I'm going to cut off part of it. I don't know which part. Maybe this Wonderful, I like that, or I like this Remember This. And just kind of put it right on the cover. I think that'll look really pretty. Or I like this Be Brave too. Anyways, I'll decide. But here is the book. I hope that you enjoyed this. And I hope you try making this album. It's a really fun and easy way to create an album very fast. Little tiny bit of prep work. And you can see this came together very quick. I did do the pages, 2 pages in advance. So there was that. But you can do this. I think you could put together one of these albums really quick. Alright, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I will see you all again very soon.